Well, hello everybody. Hi. It is great to see everybody in chat. Corey, my boy, how you doing, man? Hope you've been having a great holiday season. I'm sure work has been utter madness. Work here has been utter madness. So, I just want to say, dude, I'm tired too, man. I'm literally working off of maybe 3 to 4 hours of sleep, and I've been working on that sleep for I have not slept a full 8 hours since before my baby was born. And it's really starting to get to me. So if people can please give me leniency. I really don't feel super energetic today, but I'm still gonna be answering questions. I'm exhausted, but I am excited to play today. I was able last night to get to Commoner, and I bought my additional stash tab, which I was so excited about. Two things happened last night. Two things happened last night to me. I got a bunch of stuff. I was about to turn in almost, I think, 2,000 to 3,000 worth of settlement rep. Because I farmed a bunch of oak and what was it? Oak and granite. I did the full max batch, and the server in Jova was lagging so hard last night that it only registered my node bucks, but not the experience. And then the other thing that happened to me was when I was like, why didn't it give me an experience? Apparently there was a bug that basically said that I wasn't a citizen of Jova anymore. And I'm like, what? Oh, and then I got stuck in a building that had no doors, and I had to unstuck, and I lost all my shit. So last night was a lot of fun. Last night was a lot of fun. But yeah, it was definitely, an alpha moment. Let's just put it that way. 4 hours baseline sleep for dads. I'm there with my kids, dude. Yeah, it's so tough, dude. It's so tough. Like, and I think for a lot of non-parents just don't understand. They're like, dude, I run off of 4 hours of sleep just gaming every night. It's like, yes, but you wake up to not having to deal with kids that are needing every ounce of your attention and like this constant feeding off of your energy every single day. It's very much like it's super tiring. You know what I mean? Nice doing the rep grind. I think I'm just going to do that too and sell some of my commodity certs. That's good. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to do, Corey. I kind of want to show people that whole aspect, because I think a lot of people don't, and this was me too. I played for 2 phases and didn't really understand how important it was to actually level your reputation for your citizenship or the settlement that you belong to as a citizen. So I think that's kind of like what, if you can call today's lesson in Dad, I'm hungry. Dad, I poop. Dad, I want a goldfish. Dad, the dog's throwing up. Dad, dude, 100%, dude. Or the whole, Dad, watch me, watch. Dad, watch me, Dad. And you finally look and they're just like, they do like a turnaround or something. Like, that's so great. I'm so excited for you, like it's so exhausting, man. Yeah, we moved to Verra just to skip the lag. Yeah, a lot of people have been, because dude, Shoal's just full. Like everybody's on there. So I would say, and I've been telling this to a lot of brand new players, if you're considering to play Ashes and you're not really in a community, you don't have a guild or whatever, I would really recommend to go to Verra, because you're not going to experience the lag. You're not going to experience like any of the BS really, if any, because there's, not many of the big PvP guilds there. Now, what you will probably experience is more of a slower based settlement experience, but it'll allow you to get time in to see how a lot of these systems work, how all the things kind of come together without really throwing too much at you too quickly. I think that's why a lot of people on Shoal feel kind of overwhelmed. I would say more new players, because the settlements leveled so quickly, and without all of the prior knowledge that we have as veterans, a lot of the new players are just, feeling that fatigue, right? They're feeling that like, oh my God, like this is way too fucking much. Just bought the game, downloaded the game. Well, Gladzilla, dude, I would say, brother, prepare. Prepare yourself. It's definitely one of those things that if you are going to start playing, I would highly recommend to play on Verra unless you're in a community. But if you're not in a community, like I said, I really recommend if you're on NA, play on Verra, and just take it at your own pace. You know what I mean? Like watch some, YouTube videos, watch some things to potentially educate you, so that way your experience isn't so baffling or isn't so like, oh my god. Because again, as many of the systems aren't as fleshed out, as many of the things that aren't like present, like quests or things like that, there are a lot of systems that are very much fleshed out to an extent. And even just learning all of that can take, like, it's an oh shit moment. Like, wow, okay, I didn't know that this particular system was this involved, especially when it comes to the settlement system, because the settlement system is nowhere near done. However, it's still pretty, I would say it's pretty in depth comparatively to what a lot of other players experience. So, okay, so what can I do? Sorry, I'm playing right now. Let me see. Logging into Shoal is about to give me a panic attack. LMAO. Think I'm going to take your advice. Yeah, I really would. I highly would recommend to go to, again, if you're belonging to a guild in a community that is on Shoal, like, it's just kind of an is what it is situation. But I really would advise to move to another server if you can. Especially if you don't really, like, if you don't have any kind of tie here, you're just kind of like, you feel like a visitor, like, go to Verra, don't get into the whole huge, like, you're going to be in a way slower paced server. And so you don't feel like you're trying to keep up with the Joneses, but I honestly wouldn't even advise that either way, even if you are on a busy server or not a busy server. No one else paid your $50, but you yourself should dictate your speed. Fury Safe Space, dude, thank you so much for the follow, brother. Thank you. And welcome to the stream, man. I hope you're having a good day so far. All right. So as you can see here, a couple of things. So, here's the settlement right here. So now you see commoner, right? And now I need 20,000 settlement XP to level to the next bracket. If I go here, if I go to the affiliations tab in my character menu, I can actually see the bonuses. So I didn't show you guys this before because I didn't even know this existed. So if I go to here, reputation and benefits, these are all the different benefits I get as a peasant, as a commoner, as a liege, as a noble, and as an aristocrat. And since I know my boy Corey is watching, please tell Steven to change mayor to lord. I think lords would fit so much better. Like you elect a lord, or like there's like the lord of the settlement, like Lord of Jova. Mayor just sounds so weird in the context of this fantasy game. And again, it's like the whole argument of tank, right? Tank should not be the tank name for Ashes of Creation. It should be like Vanguard. It should be Bastion. It should be Guardian. Any other name than tank. You know what I mean? So that's just my thing. Like, I think Lord would fit so much better. Let me see. I have thousands of hours in MMOs ever since EverQuest, so I'm looking forward to how deep this can get. Well, Gladzilla, it's going to get deeper because, like I said, you're entering into an alpha right now that is still missing so many ancillary systems that go into deeper, bigger systems. And I would say that if you're a fan of like the older school MMO, like Ultima Online, EverQuest, ArcAge, Lineage, this MMO is really going to harken like the slower paced feel, but also just the complexity of sandbox and theme park combined. This game is so massive in scope. It's really ridiculous. So again, just for people to know, the reasoning why I wanted to level from a peasant to a commoner was because I get reduced taxes, I get global citizen boons, and I get the expanded commodity vendor along with the citizen material storage too. And then I get the commoner item storage expansion. So now if we go and look at my storage, you see now I have 3 tabs up here. So I can buy this extra tab for 1 gold, or I can buy this one for 5, this one for 10. And then now if I scroll to the bottom, I have 1, 2, 3, and I can get a 4th and a 5th tab. Now this one, the third one that I just bought, was only 1 gold. It used to be 5 gold. And now, of course, when I keep going up, I believe these prices will keep decreasing, which is also really, really nice. Once, if ever, we get tier 5 settlements, which will be cities, these cities will actually give us probably more additional stash tabs, or they can actually expand our current stash tabs. So instead of these stash tabs being as big as they are now, they can expand them by either increasing our stack sizes, they can increase them by adding more blocks, or they could just give us more tabs. I mean, it's really, I would say, up in the air. I think honestly it's up to you guys or up to the community as to how maybe they go in that regard as far as our feedback. But because since I'm such a big gatherer, having storage makes me more money, because the more I can store, the more I can put up for marketplace later. The more limited storage I get, the less I can sell and the less I can hoard. So having these things is actually really, really, really good. And so how to increase your reputation is the easiest and quickest one is doing buy orders. So I always find the easiest buy orders to do. So for me today, it's all basalt, baby. I'm going to be mining basalt and copper. So, which is good for me because I actually need the higher rarities of copper anyway, but I already have a shit ton of basalt, which is good. I actually have a lot of granite, but, probably move this granite here, get some more granite there. But, yeah, let me put that faded map away. Put these fish away. I don't even remember what I was going to do. Last night was such a blur, man. I was so mad because I was stuck in here. This was the building I was stuck in. I was literally stuck in here, and I reached out to a couple of people I knew, and they were like, haha, Vladis, sorry, I'm busy, I can't help you. And it was so laggy in Jova that I unstuck like 15 times, and it literally, it wouldn't do anything. It would just go all the way to the end and nothing. And I was just like, bro, what is this? So I figured I'm probably just gonna have to log out and come back tomorrow, and hopefully I can unstuck and die. I was already kind of over it because I already lost that big chunk of, I was supposed to have almost 3,000 settlement rep, but I didn't have that. Wasted all of that freaking granite and oak or whatever. So, and I have a gold 40 because I actually sold a lot of my stuff. I actually had over 2 gold, 2 gold, 50 silver, but I wanted to check out, let me see, item, sword, wayward sword. Oh, it's not the one I want. It's not the one I want. I want to see how much the common adept sword is. If crazy's on, I'm going to probably get all the stuff to make it, because I've also been, oh, do I have fragments? That's the other thing I really, really want too, is like some sort of a, no, I don't have any fragments. I'm level 6, so I definitely need to do that before. But man, if I can get like, I don't know how cheap a 2-handed sword is. Or if anyone is even selling a 2-handed sword in Adept. So that's the magic power one. That's the one, but it's a gold 70. Okay, well, I guess there's just not any being done. All right, so that's done. That's done. Let me see. How do I find the quest for green gathering tools? Let's see, the green gathering tools. That should be your main story quest. Should be the one you're literally like on the daisy chain to. I know once you start adding all these commissions and stuff like that, it could really be easy to lose your spot. But I would go through your quests and just look at every non-commissioned quest and start there. A lot of the quests that you're doing for that is literally going to be around Lion's Hold. It's either going to be in this area here or up here. Like there's one where you have to kill goblins and seers, and then you have to come up here and get some logs, like all that as well. So I would kind of look all around. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna find myself a community. This is some really good info. Thank you, Gladzilla. I really appreciate that. Like, I'm just trying to save you the trouble, man, because I know a lot of new people, they try to go where all the popular stuff is, but it's like, if you know you're only gonna sync maybe like a week or two or even a month, and then you're gonna like dip out because maybe you just need a break, or maybe the game wasn't for you, or maybe you're just like, you know what, I'm gonna wait a couple of months until some more major patches come out. I'll come back then. Like, it doesn't really matter because this alpha is gonna wipe probably multiple times. So there's no sense in going balls to the wall trying to get everything done now, because there's no guarantee that this progression we're doing now is going to stay. So just to keep that in mind as well. Steam, no connection here as well. I just wanted to play my bard. Steam has no connection. Have you tried just exiting your Steam completely and going back? Seen if that maybe helps. You can search by item and market. Let me see what the item is called. So if I go to weaponsmithing, apprentice, it is the thorn bound greatsword. Okay, let me do that. Damn, 3 gold. Damn, just a common is like that much. Jesus Christ. There it is for 2 gold. That's nutty. I appreciate that, man. I probably should have done that. Yeah, I've been working on making a heroic wayward greatsword, almost done. That's awesome, man. That's so awesome. Yeah, I've, you know, for as limited time as I have to play, like, I think I have pretty good storage right now for materials. Not gonna lie. Again, I know I'm not gonna really keep up with much. But this is the node where I'm gonna have all of my minerals and stuff like that. But I've been turning in a lot of that stuff in, so. And also, I'm just not in a rush with anybody either. Like, I don't mind, you know, being kind of so far left behind. I actually really like the gameplay loop that I'm in. It's a lot of fun for me because you know, I'm not racing with anybody. I'm just doing whatever I can at my own pace and having a good time doing it, you know? Let me see. It's Tuesday. Steam resets every Tuesday very briefly, hence no connection. Ah, okay. I didn't know that. And thank for letting me know. How do we elect mayors today? Or did we elect mayors today? Yes. So I think it was yesterday, actually. So the mayor is Vertex. That's how we have the commissions or the buy orders, because mayors have to institute those buy orders to build up the buildings and the node itself. And I believe there's also a mayor in Marileth 2, Zombie. And maybe there's one here too. Yeah. So I think all of the villages should have mayors to them. Oh, wait. Not Halcyon. So we have basically, I think New Ayla probably doesn't have a mayor either. Oh, Phoenix Fire. I lie. So Phoenix Fire will basically be there too. So Halcyon's the only one that doesn't have anything currently. So I'm pretty sure because basalt and copper are the things, I'm going to find granite fucking everywhere, and I'm not going to find a single basalt node. That's probably what's going to happen. Let me see. The quantity of each ingredient to craft basic weapons doesn't feel right. Bro, it used to feel worse. I don't know if you came, if you're brand new or if you have been here since the start of the actual phase 3, but it was almost 2/3 more expensive than what it is now. So, yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man. I think it's better. I mean, again, because of how readily available a lot of the just materials are in the world, it makes sense, you know, to an extent. Like, but I think for overall, I knew the vast majority of people were going to look at the ways and how to make certain things and be like, nah, fuck that, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Hey man, what do you think about nickname Blantlock or Malcheck? What's better? Ooh, Malcheck. Malcheck. I like that. That'd be a really good name. Honestly, Severance was such a fucking great show, and he was an amazing character. So I would definitely go with that one. I can share my grind spot. It's crazy. Is it here in the Riverlands? Where is it? I wouldn't mind. Let me know. Let me see. It was like 60 plus items in 3 different professions. Yeah, it was nutty. It was literally nutty. So to me, what I was doing, it feels way better, but I can still say from a brand new person that didn't even have that perspective of looking at the way it used to be, this could still look like shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and I think honestly, like, this is where I feel like to create something in novice feels really, really, really good. But I think this is ultimately where the jump has to happen, is going to adept. And we can have a conversation about like, well, how much more should it be nerfed? Right? What things about it could actually be better? But ultimately, like, this is going to be a game of grind to a certain extent. And I think people might have some issues with that because, you know, at the end of the day, people, you know, are very much used to the old, or not the old, but they're used to the way MMOs are now, right? Very fast foodish, very much, you know, instant gratification. You don't even need to craft gear while you're leveling because the leveling just gives you everything. So every profession that has, like, let's say hundreds of levels literally are meaningless because all the gear was given to you as you leveled. And so this is a game that's trying to award you some gear, you know what I mean? But it's not trying to fully deck you out all the time because it doesn't want to devalue this system. And that's where I kind of agree, you know? Like, I don't mind, you know, getting some pieces here and there from quests, but if you want those other ones, if you want some upgrades or some better loot, then you have to craft it. You know what I mean? And it's not saying that you can't, because you're supposed to be able to go through and have that gear and still be able to beat the game with that gear or to play the game with that gear. But I think most people can't handle the old school approach. And so if you're coming from like RuneScape, if you're coming from like EverQuest, I don't think this game is too hard for you, right? But if you're coming from like retail WoW, or you're coming from, you know, Final Fantasy 14, or wait, that's a fucking granite. I can understand why you would think this is just way too much, right? Especially so early on. But that's just the kind of game it is. You know what I mean? Just outside the Riverlands, it's Eastern Hemlock and Daft work order. Well, so I thought you can only do work orders from your node. Like, if you do a work order in Winstead, that isn't going to increase your settlement reputation in Jova, right? Wouldn't that just do it in Winstead? Like, I haven't really done that, to be honest with you. Let me see. Grind is good. Smoke a blunt, grind out. Old school MMOs was a grind fest. Why were they huge popular? Life was tough and you had no fucking work for it. Hence the dopamine spikes were greater. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the people, we just didn't know better, right? I think the devs didn't know better either when they were making their games. I think as ultimately as decades passed, naturally, just like any gamer, we crave more and more and more quality of life. That's why the MMOs in 2025 are in the state they are, because a lot of the ones that stuck around, that have been there for decades, there's just so much more quality of life than when they started that people have gotten used to it, right? Think about if, like, you literally didn't have DoorDash anymore, nor you couldn't even go into the fast food place. Like, if you wanted McDonald's, you had to get out of your car and get it. Like, that's kind of like what people feel like with Ashes, is like, I don't want that. You know, I want to just sit here and order DoorDash and, you know, get my food at my door. You know what I mean? And so many people don't mind going to restaurants and sitting down there, but that takes a certain time commitment that other people just don't want to put in. That's just the reality of it. Let me see. I'm a Jova citizen too. Interesting. I got to try that then. I got to go to see the other citizens. I mean, that's an interesting concept, right? Like going and doing other settlement buy orders, and by helping out other settlements, you earn experience from yours. I mean, isn't that kind of counterintuitive? Like, I mean, to an extent, right? Like, I don't know. In my mind, that just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? But I guess the settlement doesn't mind you lending a hand to another settlement, I guess. Like, I would assume, right, that it would want you to be more focused on their settlement and not someone else's, right? Like, isn't that sort of the point? The grind will get better when we get close to launch. We just need more quests to organize it better. These story arcs should be long and give a crap ton of XP. We can't level from 1 to 50 by mobs alone. No, and I 100% agree with you. I think a lot of people like the devs are probably reconsidering their approach when it comes to leveling in Ashes of Creation. And when I ever talk to Steven again, I really want to talk about that philosophy of that approach, because when I talked to him in my original 1v1 interview, he very much talked about, you know, Ashes being a grind and, you know, not being like what retail WoW or, you know, like not being like the other kind of MMOs that are very much like fast foodish in that sense. But we'll see, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I hope they do. I hope they do keep adding more quests, because quests are an option for people to grind. And I think if they truly didn't want quests, they wouldn't have added commission boards. Commission boards are just literal quests. Like, they're simple quests, but they're quests nonetheless, right? So video games, dude, what's going on, brother? Welcome, man. We're just out here. We're chatting Ashes, talking systems. I'm just trying to find more basalt and copper so I can turn them in for rep. Raz, dude, thank you so much for the follow, brother. Thank you. Hope you're enjoying the stream so far. Yeah, that sounds like a bug. I want to see now. Will advise. Yeah, like I said, it'll be interesting to see how it all works in the end. But I think right now, I think there is some really good bones in this game, but we just need to add some more veins, meat. You know, we got to pump some blood into it. You know, like, there's just so much more that we got to work within this thing. So I'm not, you know, I'm here for the long haul. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I want this game to succeed. I want to play this game like in a launched 1.0 state. And I want to be there for the entire creation, like leading up to that. That's why I chose to be a content creator, because, you know, coming from World of Warcraft, where the devs didn't give a shit about what our feedback was for many years. And then it was like, you know, and you can go look at old Bellular videos of like every last patch of an expansion, Blizzard automatically turns on their ears and starts listening to all the feedback that we've been given the entire fucking expansion. And that got so tiring to me. Shadow Wolf, dude, thank you so much for the follow, brother. Thank you. And it's like, oh, now you want to fucking listen. You know what I mean? Like, you couldn't listen to us when we were literally in fucking beta of this expansion. And, you know, here I am, you know, working with this, you know, startup company like Intrepid, and the devs go into people's chats. Steven goes into people's chats. They're constantly listening to the community, and the amount of changes that have literally happened due to our feedback and us shouting from the rooftops has been crazy. Like, it's so much, it's so good and refreshing to see that. And this is why, like, I get, you know, a little defensive on people, because it's like, what are we asking for this game to fail? You know what I mean? Like, we're literally trying to punish a company that is doing the very thing that us gamers have been literally crying out for, is a gaming company to fucking listen. And you know, this is why they went completely transparent with their development and not having an NDA closed alpha like most AAA companies do. Like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, and I get it if Ashes isn't your cup of tea. I'm not trying to convince people you should love this game, but I would say, you know, you should at least respect the fact they're trying to, you know, help out in the sense of like giving us a voice and listening. You know, that's my thing. Oh, we don't have story arcs yet, right? So we're missing questing. Yeah, we're missing a whole bunch of questing, and we barely got like a golden path introduced this early access, which is like from level 1 to like 7, 8. Like that again, if you just do the story, or if you just do the main quest alone, that'll get you probably level 7 or level 7, 8. And yeah, it's just different. We have so much more to add. Let me see. I'm personally loving that we don't have fast travel. It makes the world feel alive, seeing each other, players traveling around. Oh, I know. It's one of the coolest things for me, coming from World of Warcraft, because the world was always so dead, mostly because people were just flying up in the air and not actually traversing the real land. And I really like the fact that the world does feel lived in. Like, and on a busy server like mine, I'm constantly just seeing players everywhere. And I think that's just a really good feeling, because you just don't see that very often, right? And I think it's really nice. I posted in Discord, or hold on one second. I got $200 from the work, or $200 from the work orders from farming the northern area. I think you meant node bucks. Yeah, the settlement bucks. That's awesome, brother. I posted in Discord suggesting for group quest board to teach people in the POI locations and make the mob grinding feel more intended, with missions to do. So go upvote it. Okay, I'll go look at it. I'll go check it out, Choppa. Fast travel and flying mounts, 2 thumbs down. Yeah, I would say that's very much the philosophy of Ashes, for sure. Hi Vladis, I don't know if you got another interview planned with Steven in the future, but I'm really curious if they're planning to give all the races and genders different animations, because that would also really help with immersion, in my opinion. Yes, Steven's confirmed that. Like, they want to give different postures, different dance moves, right? Like they you know, right now, like I said, it's very, very alpha, you know. And so I know everyone keeps saying early access, you know. Yes, we are really in early access on Steam, but the reason why we can't say we are on alpha in Steam is because there is no alpha tag on in the Steam client. So if a game developer wants to put their game up on Steam, that's the only option they have. So I think that's why early access gets such a it gets such a weird rap from people, because everyone has like their own interpretation of like early access. Yeah, I've been following this for years myself, so I am so interested in it. I will be fine with the grind. Really want to work on gathering and professions. Yeah, for someone like myself who never gave a shit about gathering or professions in World of Warcraft, dude, I really fucking love the gathering and like the whole daisy chain of doing shit. It makes me feel so good, and it makes me feel needed. Like in an MMORPG, the fact that you feel like Crazy as a good example. He was one of my viewers, and he came on. He was like, "Hey, dude, I have like I have apprentice weaponsmithing and lumber milling and all this sort of stuff. If you need anything, just let me know." Right? That's such a good feeling that a lot of MMOs just fucking lack, because everything is just for the solo player. Everything can be done by the solo player, and when everything is done by you, you feel like you're just in a world of NPCs that are just playing the same game with you, but you don't really need them for anything. You know what I mean? It's like, that's just such a weird MMO world to live in my opinion. I've gotten and again, I've gotten very used to it. You know what I mean? Like, I've gotten very used to it. So, I'm just going to freaking delete this coal. Care about coal right now. And so to me, it's really refreshing to see that need and that, you know, that feeling of like when I hit Crazy up and be like, hey, I have like these materials or whatever, like, you know, do you need some cash or whatever? Like, what do you need from me? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, no, never mind. I got you, brother. Like, you know, it's that kind of thing, man. Like, that's what I love about MMOs. Let me see. Watch out. Vlad's levels in double digits. They're gonna say you getting sweaty. Bro, I'm playing so casually right now. Like, I play maybe for an extra hour or two after my stream if I'm lucky. But I've been so tired lately. I've been going to bed at either 9:30 or 10. Like, I am so fucking exhausted. But yeah, never mind. They just took the Hemlock and Daff just got off the Jova board. No, that's cool. Let me see. Can't wait to jump in by the end of January when they finish my new computer. Yeah, Raz, honestly, like this game by the end of January is going to have probably some really cool updates by the time we probably will be realistically in the 0.19 update by then, and probably have more, just more than what we have now. So like I said, the longer you wait, the more we'll get. Let me see. Yo, follow AOC, Sufferees. How is it going? We're doing good, brother. We're just here. You know, we're talking shop, we're talking Ashes, talking about the game, what we're excited about. I'm talking about, you know, my WoW experience and how that was, and how the Ashes experience has been for me. And, you know, it's nice to see people coming from other gaming communities. I know there was some people I saw earlier in Discord from New World. There were some people that are actually playing Ashes from RuneScape. There was actually some people that were playing from Star Citizen. There was like some people that have been playing Star Citizen are playing Ashes. So it's very interesting to see all these different walks of life actually playing the game, you know, and seeing their reactions to it, right? Seeing like, you know, what they think about the game so far. Because my whole thing is like, I don't mind people shitting on it. Like, I don't mind people like saying, oh my God, the questing's so bad. I agree with you. You know what I mean? I think there's so much valid criticism out there. But to me, I also feel like there's a bunch of like a hand waving. Oh shit. And not the last second. There's a bunch of hand waving as to like, oh my God, this game's a scam, or this game is so terrible for, you know, spending 8 years on or whatever. And it's like, look, you can have those opinions. You want to have those opinions? Fine. But I would say, you know, if you want to criticize something like that, then take it upon yourself to do it. You know what I mean? Like, go ahead, like build an MMO, do it in 3 years, do it sooner, and make it the best you possibly can. And I'll support that project. But a lot of the gamers, I feel mostly a lot of the times the gamers that are complaining like that don't honestly even play MMORPGs. Like I'm not even being facetious either. Like I truly mean that. Like I don't even know what games they possibly even play. You know what I mean? Like I was actually really thinking about this. Like the people that hate on this game so hard, what game do you play? You know what I mean? Like, because I feel like nothing would make that person happy. Like every game on this planet must be fucking dog shit. So let me see. Bought for 160 euros, and now a month later it's 600 euros. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I bought it when it was $375, and now it's $50. So it's just like anything else, right? Like you know, people bought Bitcoin when it was $1.50, and then now I have to buy it when it's, you know, almost 100,000 per Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Like you get in early, sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. You know what I mean? It's probably a bad example, but all I'm saying is like, I paid in as much as I did because I, you know, believed in the project. And I'm not asking for anybody to believe in Ashes. You can do that by watching video, watching Steven, watching old videos of like Lazy Peon explain the game or whatever. And if that's interesting to you, if that's something that really gets you going and excited about, then by all means, like, you know, support the project. But if what you're seeing now, you know, isn't enticing and you want to wait, then wait. You know what I mean? As far as time always proves everything. Like if 1.0 comes around like in 2027 and it's just as bad as it is now, like as an example, I will be the first one to make the video as to be like, this is complete dog crap. Like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? And it's not saying I'm going to leave. There were many New World content creators that, you know, some say coped the whole launch of it, but they saw the bones of New World and decided to stay and continue to make content because they liked the game. You know what I mean? So, let me see. Hold on. I got a question. Yeah, I'm a Star Citizen backer for 13 years as well, and WoW and New World. My take as a new player is the core / skeleton is good, but it really needs time. I like the visuals, the sound, the crafting, the combat, the huge ass world. I love the scale of the landscape. It feels like a big world. Yeah, like I said, I think that's everybody's take that I've been seeing, and which is reasonable, totally reasonable. Like, you know what I mean? Like the game just needs content. You know, that's really what it needs. And content, again, like I've explained this before on my streams, that content is a very top feature. So you have a lot of the bottom things that need to be worked on first in order to add on to it. Because as soon as you start tacking shit on, if things get broken at the bottom, everything needs to be removed. That's one of the reasons why you don't see the freehold system currently, because there's no sense in adding to that particular system, because a lot of the foundational things that needed working needed tuning, which is why they literally took out the whole system and started to rework on it. I mean, that's how it is, right? So let me see. First MMO I played came from MOBA and Valve games. After a year of playing AOC, I've had a blast even through the bugs. So talking to around people is always fun. Yeah, no, completely agree, man. I mean, I think MMOs in general, like, just have a certain thing that other games don't, right? So to me, it's just like, I think it's just one of those things that why I want the genre to succeed, you know? So let me see. Also, why do you know why they stopped Unreal Engine 4 and switched Unreal Engine 5 to look better than 4? The reasoning why they switched is because there is a certain way to develop in Unreal Engine 4. And I believe there's a video that you can probably watch that is called the check-in, check-out process. And so when a dev is making landmasses or doing things in the world, only that dev can do it. And so if you have a team of like people working on the Riverlands or working on the biome, like a specific biome, right? A zone, no one else can work on it in Unreal Engine 4 but that one person until they check out, and then another person can check in. So that alone is a huge time sink when it comes to developing an MMORPG in Unreal Engine 4. And it's not just, of course, with the landmass system. There's other systems as well that only one person, it's like one person at a time basically, can be working on. And so it really just exacerbates the entire length and project. And so I think they just kind of figured out like, hey, if we stay on this, it's going to be very cumbersome for a lot of the development team to work on this, right? So because now with Unreal Engine 5, there is no more check in, check out. You can have 50 devs all in, a particular section of a biome, all working on it simultaneously. So it leads to faster creation in general, not only for biomes, but also for other systems, potentially implementing quests, doing all these other backend systems. So you can have more people all doing their job simultaneously instead of one person per team. So that's really the real reason. Let me see. I love this. Feels like vanilla WoW in the early days of it. So glad they made a game like this. Yeah, I mean, again, coming from WoW myself and coming from vanilla WoW, like I completely agree with you. I think a lot of the bones and the philosophy of this particular game is very much within that lens. And I personally love it. It's why I really don't want this game to fail. You know what I mean? And I always get like why do people really want this game to fail? Like I never could get on it. And again, I've given this example a lot with like PAX Day and other games. Like, it's like, that's fine if you don't like a certain project or whatever, but you don't have to be like constantly hating on it. It's just it's so baffling to me. Is there granite or basalt here? Yes, there is. Let me see. That's actually cool. I didn't know. That's cool. Let me see. Yeah, like I said, the whole checking in, check out process was just horrendous. And they talked about that when they went to Unreal Engine 5. If you go back to December of 2021, in Ashes of Creation's live streams, they talk about the whole check in, check out process and how Unreal Engine 5 was going to be very innovative. And also too, just with like the updates that Unreal Engine 5 has been having, it's just to me so much better that they do this now than if they would have stuck to Unreal Engine 4. But I liked the graphics in Unreal Engine 4. I did. But I think this to me looks better at a base, but this still needs work. Let me just be very clear. Like, I like the way the world looks, but there's certain assets that need a lot of polish. A lot of land masses and areas need a lot of polish. The character design, in my opinion, needs polish as well. So, is what we're currently playing perfect? No, but neither was Alpha 1 either, in my opinion. So it only hurts the industry as a whole and the players to hope for the future, to hope for failure. Oh, 100%. 100%. Yeah, the building the foundation takes the most amount of time, and later when the tools are good, content will be easier, faster to make and implement, I think. This game Let me see. Sorry, Rez, I missed you. This game must succeed because I think we miss a really beloved MMO where the devs are really passionate about it. No, completely agree, Resin. Like, I completely agree with you. And I think a lot of times, like I said, I honestly thought a lot of the people that were hating Ashes would just go away. Because again, you can only hit on something for so long, but they just haven't. And I knew there was going to be brand new people to come in and hate the project too. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not trying to say this project is flawless. It's perfect. The devs have never done anything wrong in their lives. Like, no, of course. I mean, they're humans, right? Everybody fails. Everybody has shortcomings. Everybody has things that, you know, they're not going to do correctly or by the player or whatever. But I would say if we want to start comparing AAA companies and their work ethics to Intrepid, I think Intrepid wins. That's just my opinion. Like, are we really gonna have a conversation about, you know, Blizzard's work ethics compared to Intrepid's? Like, you know, like, I think that's, to me, I just giggle because that's just so fucking funny to me. Like, as someone who came from that community, you know, I see people are angry because Intrepid has been showing trailers and promising features that aren't real for years. Seriously, just being objective. Well, I think stuff is real. It's just not ready. To me, what I would say would have been fake is when they showed off the character creator. Remember when they showed off the character creator and they said, oh, they're going to give us the character creator before, you know, Alpha 2 and yada, 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 yada. Imagine if we got a completely different version of the character creator. Like, and it's like way less than, it doesn't even look the way it was showcased. It's like bare bones. And believe me, this one is very bare bones too. I mean, it has some features, some things you can tweak here and there. People would have been like, well, why did you show us that thing in the past? This looks nothing like what you said it was going to look like. They've never done that. Like, if you go to the freehold system and when they did that, that did not look like the way the freeholds did. And that's why they took them down and they said, you know what, we still need more tool, like retooling. We need some more foundational system stuff to bring the freeholds more online the way we showcased. And that's what they're doing. But it takes time. Like, and my whole thing is like, I always assumed that what they showed us was like, this is what we want, like, this feature to be like this is like what we're pitching. But that was my own interpretation. Some people were like, oh, they're showing us this must be ready right now. Right. And I'm not saying that that was right or wrong. I'm not saying what I thought personally was right or wrong. I'm just saying when I thought of it, I was like, wow, so this is what a completed freehold is going to look like. And this is why you had people throughout the entire process for years saying, oh my God, they're further along than what we think they are, which probably was true to some extent, but in many ways it really wasn't. There was a lot of foundational shit they were still trying to hammer out with, like, back-end server infrastructure, the dynamic gridding, you know, just a lot of shit. You know what I mean? Like a lot of shit. Rock, dude, what's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. Let me see. WoW has ruined a lot of MMOs that had great potential. I would say WoW hasn't ruined it. I think the players that have played WoW just have different expectations, because WoW for a lot of people is like this god tier MMO. And so they, like, anything that's in comparison just isn't going to compare to them. Right. It was very interesting again to see, you know, Zaryu and Esfand, who are huge WoW players, talk, I would say, pretty positively about Ashes. Like, seriously, like, I thought, especially Zaryu, I thought he was going to be very negative of the game. But honestly, when I was hearing him talk and hearing his takes, he was so based, and he was like, everything he said, I've been saying, you know what I mean? Like, and there's some things that I would not completely agree with him on, but I would say if even if we got Zaryu's way, I wouldn't mind it. Like, Zaryu's like, oh, we need better, God, I need more freaking copper, dude. Like, I'm not getting lucky with copper at all. Here, let me split this stack. What the hell? Why can't I split this stack? Bro, what the hell is going on? Am I lagging or something? Let me see. Cyber, dude, what's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. Hating for the long haul is crazy. bro. People have been literally doing that. It's quite nuts. Let me see. Oh god, the character creators need a lot of work, dude. 100%. I love playing elves. Have you seen the elves in Ashes of Creation? Bro, the horror show. Like oof, god, like I love elves. Those do not look like elves to me. Those look like some concoction of a nightmare that I dare not speak of. Just my opinion. Let me see 1 second. I don't know why my YouTube chat isn't working too much. Let me see. Did they say a maximum number of freeholds? I think now that that's probably been changed, since we're probably going to get 1 continent now. So it'd be interesting to see what that new number is, to be honest with you. When they showcase gameplay with amazing graphics, people are bound to get angry once it's not how the game is. But yeah, but I would say, like, every time they show a part of it, right, they're always going to want to showcase like their best parts, right? I always assumed, you know, like when it came to like other aspects of the Riverlands, like there was going to be aspects of Riverlands that are going to be very much in alpha, which is like definitely New Ayla, definitely like Halcyon, even Jova to a certain extent. But you know, I think again, there was also a lot of people that were just coping really hard, as well, which is also bad. Like we can also take about the people that are being extremely positive about the project and it doing nothing wrong, and also comparing the people that are hating it to no end. Both, I think, are not good for the community. Like it's not good. And I really don't like it whenever people feel like they can't say something negative that's really true, right? Like it's a true thing. It's a true thing to say, but people like, oh, I'm gonna chime you out, or I'm gonna ban you if you keep saying that shit. For what? Saying the truth? Like, you know what I mean? They're like, I don't know. Like, I think that's why you have people hating as hard as they do, because there's also this like this anti, you know, group of people only talking positive and only like the good things, and not trying to be objective themselves. And that makes, you know, people in chat get very frustrated, because it's like, yes, like even if you like the project, you're going to be really agitated watching a person like that, because, you know, Ashes isn't all sunshine and rainbows either, right? I was stuck in a fucking building for almost an hour and I couldn't get out of it yesterday. I was so mad. Like if only that would have been good content for you guys, but man, I was so pissed. But yeah, I mean, alphas be alpha. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm not here for a shiny, fresh product that doesn't have any mistakes and, you know, is all working beautifully. You know what I mean? Hell, how many launched games have we had that just works out of the box amazingly? Like, come on. You know what I mean? Like we're all gamers here. We all know. A question about crates. Do I obtain a crate at the carpentry station for the lending a hand quest? I can't find the construction station for the life of me. Or is that just a building? Hold on, Rockda, I missed it. Is that just a building under construction? If it's for the quest, there should be a person that literally gives you a crate. Or no. I believe you make the crate here at the agricultural supply, the crate packing station. And then you basically get this crate. Or no. You get the crate here, Second Sword Outpost. If it's for the quest that I'm thinking of, the guy gives it to you here and you literally drop it off here. Like that's the quest. So someone should literally give you a crate. It's actually not given to you. It's just like one on the floor. It's like right here. Like once you talk to the guy and turn in the quest, there's gonna be like these little crates that are on the floor highlighted. You basically hit F and it comes right on your back, and then you start the quest. No, I did that different quest. Oh, if it's a different quest, then I have no idea. I have not done another quest that is crate related other than that one. But if you are needing to make a quest, or if you are needing to make a crate, you can do a commodity crate or a construction crate here at the crate packing station in Avian's End. I believe you can also now do them at Jova, because Jova is a tier 4, so you should be able to. Remember the gameplay trailer for UE5 Switch with the character in the snow climbing rocks? That looked more beautiful than the game now. We never even saw that character. Like, and actually I think it was a pirate, if I'm not mistaken. but we didn't really see a good look of its face. We only saw its back, but the area looked cool. You know what I mean? The whole like snowy part looked pretty cool. But I mean, I would say it looks kind of like the way it does now, like when it snows. There was like a little bit more polish with like the wind and the particles and stuff like that. But to me, that looked very much like a vertical slice. That didn't look like, I wouldn't say a vertical slice, but let's say like a biome that we do not have access to. I think that's one of the snowy biomes, like maybe Sajoma or, you know, something like that. That clearly was not in the Riverlands for sure. So it had to have been somewhere that we have not been to yet, as of yet. So, oh look, there's Choppa. What's going on, brother? Yeah, Sucks. Sorry to hear you can't play. I went through a similar experience when I started during Alpha 2 Phase 1. I ended up upgrading my graphics card, that which helped. Yeah, like I said, I had to rebuild my whole entire fucking computer because my old one just couldn't handle ashes and streaming. It was just like saying, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Dude, copper is so freaking rare. Holy God. Like, how much basalt do I have compared to the copper? It's insane. You know, it's sad. Out of the box is losing a lot of its meaning because we don't even get physical games anymore. Or nor do we even get games when they launch at a state that isn't completely bug ridden or, you know, shitty, really. It's like every launched game now has some caveat of it still being like, oh, we need more updates. And, you know, every game now is a live service game to an extent because there's going to be patches that fixes shit. Like everything is just online now. So it's just, it's wild. Let me see. It's a server side problem. I had no problems during Alpha 2 Phase 2. This Steam launch made it unplayable for me. Yeah, a lot of people had a lot of issues, Cyber, for sure. But further down, you have to craft a crate and bring it to a building under development. I'm stuck there too. It could there could be a lot of different things that that are still bug quest wise, because I know there's a lot of the quests that I'm on that are still like broken, that don't work. So whatever, I'm just doing professions at this point. Crush the basalt, get copper. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, Fupo, but it's not working. I'm getting more basalt and rubies than I am freaking copper. I probably hit, I don't know how many copper nodes at this point, and I only got this one stack of copper. Oh, Vlad, have I tried sports fishing yet? No, I want to. I feel like I have other priorities that I want to do first, and then I will definitely do the sports fishing for sure. Because I really do want to try that out, but I'm just like really wanting to level up my node citizenship and also simultaneously work on my my processing professions now. But I need to go out and mine. I need to get shit because I need to make money. And if I'm going to be processing, I need money to do the processes for sure. Let me see. Ashes has a unique issue for my computer too. It's been a problem since phase 2. The game runs fine, but I'll be running around for hours at times, and sometimes it happens in minutes and loading the game, and it crashes my PCI Express bus for my video card and disconnects my monitors, making them black until I restart my computer. There's no freezing, and people say my character is still running around in game when it happens. I've had downclock my CPU with MSI Afterburner as a temp, probably a temporary solution. Excuse me. I would say the one thing I would tell a lot of new players is make sure you always have your Windows 11 completely updated with every, like, going to Windows updates and making sure everything is updated. Second thing is anytime your graphics card has an update, make sure, oh, I need that. Make sure that you are updating your graphics card. Because I know a lot of gamers, you know, don't do that, right? They always just like, you know, whatever. But Ashes is so temperamental when it comes to Windows 11 and the game, and your graphics card. So always have your shit up to date. That's like the one thing I can tell you. No, I'll take it to the crafting station. Wanted to test my stealth from your POV. Okay, yeah, no problem. Ooh, I wanted to get rare coal. If anybody wants some rare coal, it's right over here. Choppa, come get rare coal. You can crush basalt at stone masonry, and doing so, you can get copper as a byproduct. Oh, right, the whole Gamba thing. I haven't really done that, to be honest with you. Should I? Should I do that? I probably should. That'd probably be a lot of fun. How much is it to do it for like a stack of 20? Like, is it better to do it in quantities of 20, or like what's like the big brain play? Oh, look at Choppa. See, I can't see him. Ooh, there he is. Ooh, I can't see him. Now I see him. Oh, now I can't see him. Now I see him. Yeah, I'll probably just get these. Is there any basalt over there? No. Okay, I'll just head back and I'll do that. I'll do some crushing at the stone masonry, because you can do that at novice, right? I would assume so. So let me go back there and I'll start. Is it an instant thing, or do I have to actually let it? Is it a timer thing? I'm just curious. Let me see. Hello, Vlad. I'm a slow rolling the game. I don't understand why people are rushing to max level. Is there something I'm missing? No, brother. There's literally nothing you're missing. Some people just like to race to max level and do PvP and be being done quickly than more other people. Like, that's really it. But welcome, brother. Welcome. I'm glad to have you here. They need to add more mobs. World feels empty. 100%. There needs to be a lot. In my opinion, there's decent mob density in certain areas, but dude, there's so many areas that I can go into that are just, empty. However, as a person who gathers a lot, I don't mind that. And I don't want I don't want the mentality from the developers being, oh, there's this huge area here, let's fill it with mobs. Oh, there's another huge area here, let's fill it with mobs. Like, I don't want it to be that way. Like, I want there to be a better population of mobs. Do not get me wrong, but I want there to still be some emptiness too. You know what I mean? Like, if we look at Vanilla WoW, Vanilla WoW has tons of just empty areas, in my mind. So like, you don't need to just have everything constantly just filled, but I do think it needs to be more filled than what it is right now, for sure. That's a timer? Fuck. Okay. Well, it's okay. I'll put like, I don't know, maybe like a stack of 40 or something on the vendor, and we'll see what happens. Let me see. They need to add. Oh, yeah, I said that. I'm usually a warlock type player, but rogue can be fun solo. Yeah, I'm usually a caster. Well, like I'm a hunter or a warlock in World of Warcraft. Those are the two mains that I usually main all the time. I'm at Dunhold. It's so populated, bro. Like, everywhere right now is super populated. It's kind of crazy, especially if you're on Shoal. It's too much. I can't gather in peace. Well, that's what I mean, right? Like, I've been gathering. I feel like everywhere that I'm at, there's just players there. Like, I can't just be by myself for a little bit. But don't worry, give it time. You'll have, dude, the drop off in Ashes. Let me a little peek into the future of Ashes of Creation. I would say by January 1st, the population on Shoal will be half of what it is now, if not more. And there's reasoning to that, because more and more are going to find out, just like one of the new people that came in and asked, like, am I missing something? No, you didn't. Because more and more are going to figure out, wow, I raced all the way to 25 and there's really nothing to do. So they're just going to get upset and not play. So, and it happens a lot, right? And the people that are reaching 25 right now, like, a lot of them know what they're getting themselves into, right? But I think a lot of the new players don't. And so that's why I try to be very transparent to the people that come to my stream as to, like, just enjoy these teen levels, enjoy your 1 to 10 experience, explore the game, do different shit. There's literally zero reason for you to try to stress yourself out and learning everything. Oh, my shit's broken. Okay, well, now it's a good time to go back. To stress yourself out with all these systems and no knowledge of them, and the game pretty much showing you very little hand holding in the sense of these systems, which is why you have trade chat kind of like, how do I do this? How do I make a rowboat? How do I do a crate? You know, where do I do this thing? Because this game doesn't really handhold you in a lot of ways. So it's just, again, the player drop off will happen for sure. And I remember it happening pretty steep too. Now phase 2 started December 20th. And I remember by second week of January, like it was not as crazy as it was the first 2 weeks. And of course it was Christmas time, right? A lot of people are off playing the game more, whatever. But once people go back to work, once servers go back, I know a lot of people were actually off, you know, the first whole weekend, right? They were off Thursday, Friday, and then the whole weekend. So now that we're in the work week now, like I think, you know, if you're playing out through the day, I think you'll be okay. Like I think it'll be fine. Because it's 6 o'clock my time, so when people are getting out of work, I feel like this evening it's probably going to get busy again, for sure. Let me see. I would like more props to see in the environment. Me too. I want to see more magic in the world. That's my thing. I want to see more freaking magic. I feel like right now it feels too realistic, and I want more magic feeling. I'm sure freeholds are going to look awesome in this world as well. I just hope the houses don't have all the same skin. They will have all the same skin when it comes out in alpha, but there is going to be different architecture based off of your race, and also settlements too. Settlements will literally be like whatever race contributed the most to that settlement. That's what the settlement will look like. It'll look more Renkai in nature. It'll look more Pyre in nature. It'll look more human in nature, you know, and all of those are all of the building archetypes. Like if it's a dwarf, it's going to be more dwarven in nature. Like that to me is really, really cool. I can't wait till that starts. But those are more like flavors, right? That's not really something that you need that in the game now to make the node system work, right? Like, I think we're trying to get all the more foundational things working and in place and not bugging people over and over, more so than racial cosmetics for settlements, you know? So that's my whole thing. Yeah, that's my whole reason I'm rolling slow, just learning the game now. Yeah, that's the best way to do it, brother. Best way to do it. Let me see, in regards to mob density, more does not equal better. What we need is more creative procedural of placing mobs so the world feels alive, but also helps the players immerse. Yeah, I completely agree with that. I think when it comes to certain areas, like I don't mind stuff feeling so, you know, because when it comes to MMORPGs, right, I like it when there's like a full concentration, like a goblin camp kind of thing. And I feel like we really don't have like a goblin camp. I feel like there's like these little tribes, right? There's like a little pocket of like 5 goblins and a seer and another 5 like I want to see a legit like a Highwayman Hills goblin area, you know, with like different like tiers of goblin, right? Like you have your like mini goblins, you have like your mid-tier goblins, you have like a bigger named goblin. Like that would be fucking amazing in this game. And the one thing I will say too, I really love, I know we talk a lot of shit about the character appearances, but god damn, dude, the reason why I have faith that they'll do justice to the player characters is because the mobs look so fucking good, dude. I love the Minotaurs. I think the Minotaurs look fucking amazing. The skeletons and zombies look fucking amazing. Like I haven't really seen a model of an enemy that looked like shit. You know, seriously, like, I mean, there's some that probably look meh to some, but a lot of them look fucking good. You know what I mean? Like, of course, we have Highwayman Hills, we have a bunch of human characters, right? I'm more talking about like the more magical, monstrous, you know, MMO-ish kind of Dungeons and Dragons kind of mom types. Like, I love it, man. I think they look fucking fantastic. So that's what I want to see. Just more evolution on that shit, for sure. That's called Oakenbane. Yeah, I mean, Oakenbane, I mean, to an extent, right? I mean, but I feel like Oakenbane isn't really all like goblinish in a sense. But I mean, you're probably right. I mean, Oakenbane is very goblin-y. But I just want something that's like 100% goblins. You know what I mean? Like, that's what the whole thing is. You know? Maybe I'm being a little bit, you know, facetious to an extent. I don't know. We'll see. Let me see. Assets look good, but the animation is clunky. It needs some something else right now. Yeah, I think a lot of the animations when it comes to mobs, you know, of course they can need more polish and work and stuff. I was more talking about the looks, right? Because I can't even imagine if like imagine this scenario. If not only our player characters looked like crap, but every other mob you killed also looked like crap. That would be a huge issue. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, thank God we don't live in that world, is what I'm saying. Problem is everyone plays with their cameras zoomed out all the way, so you can't see the detail in them. I know. And every time, like if you go to accept the Minotaur quest line, zoom in, look at how awesome those Minotaurs look. Look at all of the details on the Minotaurs. Look at their muscles. Like look at it, just, they look fucking amazing. And believe me, we don't even have all the different types of Minotaurs online yet either. Like if you go back, I remember when they showcased the Minotaurs, they had like several Minotaurs that had completely different looks to them too. And I was like, fuck, man, those look all amazing. They look so good. So yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be good. There's so much to be excited for for the future. I don't know why the repair all button is still not working. Like that's been so annoying. All right, so let's go turn in some shit. I mean, so one thing here too, I want to say for feedback, I think mounts should only exist in a settlement for 5 seconds. So if you're going to summon your mount and you're riding your mount, like cool. But as soon as you get off your mount, it despawns within 5 seconds. Like I love it how mounts are persistent in the world, but it looks like shit in settlements. Because either one or two things has to happen. You either have to completely restructure the settlements to be wider and bigger to facilitate more people, or literally just get rid of the other part of the coin, which is mounts. Like people have their mounts fucking everywhere, and it literally just adds so much more clutter than what it needs to be. So I really hope they do something about that. Take your weapon off. You can repair all. See, I don't know why so why do I got to take my weapon off? Is there like a bug or something right now? Let me go back real quick. Repairing 17 items in sufficient currency. I doubt that I have 17 items that are going to equal more than a gold 38. Some pieces are broken. Which pieces are broken? Like none of my pieces are broken. Like I think it's just a bug. It's okay. I mean, it is what it is. Oh, it's broken like it's bug. Yeah, I know. Like it's fine. Like, I mean, I live with bugs in this game all the time. It's not a big deal. I can individually repair. So let's go here. 11. Perfect. All right. And so you'll see here, exchange, bam. So I should have had almost 5,000 today, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's alpha. It's alpha. All right. So yeah, that was that. And then I can head to the stone masonry place to yamba some basalt. And I want to say the stone masonry place is actually in this building over here. It's right here. Okay. Grinding stone? Mortar? Gem. Okay. Where do you do it? I don't see where I break them down. I haven't been able to repair my scepter in 2 days. Yeah, the weapon is unrepairable. Oh, well, is what it is. I'm sure they'll come with an update and fix it. The games always tell me in like 2 silver repair, but see, what do you use those tickets for? Is it only commodities? Yeah, so you use the node bucks for there's a node vendor where you can buy like the certificates for commodity runs for crates. You can also use them to buy other things. Like there used to be like for gear too, to buy capes. Like you can buy a whole bunch of shit with them. Let me see. My biggest struggle with early access has been reminding myself that I'm supposed to be testing. So I've been trying to stay focused on making smaller goals. For example, leveling across all classes to 10. Yeah, no, for sure. That's what I've been doing. Like, again, I kind of have to, because like every play session that I do is just like a small stint in time. So I got to make sure that everything that I'm doing is like I completed a step. So my step today was literally just like finding out what buy order I need to do, farm it as much as I can, go in, turn it in, and do it. Right. And to me, that one step is enough. Anything else I can accomplish other than that is just gravy. So I wanted to try to see how much the weapon was for an adept two-handed greatsword, which is too much. So now basically what I'm just going to do is I'm going to go back out, gather, see if I can get some heroic epic, copper or something like that. Copper was, I sold 10 or was it 5 epic copper for like 90 silver a piece. So I made some pretty good gold on that. Let me see. Are they already giving give feature for questing, like questing in WoW Classic? Yeah, like they want to have like a UI to where, it shows you like, hey, these are the things you need to kill. So yeah, like they're going to try to have like a built-in like questy, like in Ashes for sure. You see, yeah, that's my goal as well, to see if that class fits me and best in what I like. Then what I learn about the crate transport crafting. Yeah, like I said, like I think trying to see as a new player like what class you can play is very, 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 very good. Because that's gonna be the thing you're gonna be constantly button pushing and constantly working towards. So if you're playing a class you don't really like, I don't really think you're gonna stick with this game for very long, right? So you got to find a class that really clicks with you. This is why I'm playing Fighter. Fighter, if you go watch all these tier video guides, Fighter is dead last. I don't give a shit. Fighter feels fucking amazing for me. Like, I love the way it feels. I love the abilities. I love everything about it. Sports fishing is about to fund all my carpentry. Holy crap, sports fishing is rewarding. Really? Well, it'll be interesting to see, because I think it's very expensive right now, but if it's expensive but also gives you a huge reward, then hell yes. How do I become a citizen? So in order to become a citizen of a node, which I really don't know how to do this, I'll probably just come back and do this later. So if you want to come to be a citizen of Jova, as an example, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to head up the area and you're going to go to the mayoral building that's there. Oh, here's my mount. It's going to be up here. Do you know if ocean sports fishing can be accessed without the radar component on the expensive ship? I just swam along the East Coast and I saw no birds. No, you have to be in a boat. Like, you have to be in a boat to do the sports fishing. Like in the boat with the radar on it, I would say. Okay, so then you come up here, go in this building here, and then you talk to this sheriff guy and talk to him, and it's going to ask, the first thing is going to be, I want to become a citizen. And then once you ask to become a citizen, you have to buy a tax voucher, and tax vouchers for just one tax voucher is 4 dull glint. So if you don't have any raw glint on you, then you won't be able to become a citizen. So you have to have raw glint on you. Just be aware of that. What's that suspect title you have under your name, and are you like wanted? No. So the suspect is the name of my guild. So I belong to the guild suspect. So once you start seeing people's names, like this guy belongs to the guild Judgment. That person right there is also in Judgment. This guy is in the guild The Way of Cow. So that's all it is. That bottom moniker is just the name of your guild. So Let me go down here. Yeah, just look at all these mounts. Like, I don't know. I like the fact that mounts are persistent for sure, but I just don't think they should be that way for settlements. It adds so much congestion and clutter for the server for no reason. Like it adds nothing. It adds literally nothing. Let me see. Help me come up with a cool guild name. Ignorance is Bis. Only reason why is because that was the name of our old guild in phase 1, and I just think that name is amazing. Let me see. Maybe there should be stables where you can stall your mount. I mean, honestly, just have the server where you just desummon it. Out of your bath. For your Vicks. Okay. I'll be right back, chat. Say good night. Good night. Okay. Let's go sleep. Okay. Sorry about that. I had to read her a little story because she's very particular about that. And then my wife had food ready, so I was like, well, I'm gonna get that real quick. So appreciate the patience. Thank you. Um, great feedback on the mounts despawning in nodes from the engineering standpoint. That's also a good idea. Oh, 100%. I mean, like I said, when people go into the server and the server starts freaking out, like you're just times twoing the amount of actors in the settlement, because now you have the mount actor and the player actor, and it's just you're doubling it up for no reason. And if players are, because most players actually log out in the settlement, right? So if they're trying to log back in, you're logging into a whole mess of like everything loading all at the same time. So it adds so much more to it than what it should. So yeah. Let me see. Go back up. Great dad playing game. A great game. Love that. Respect. Thank you, brother. Yeah. I'm a stay-at-home dad, so I take care of my kids. Let me see. Like, is the kill X amount get carcasses then craft? So with crafting or the whole carcass hunting, I believe one carcass can get you 5 skins. I don't know if the ratios are still the same. They've been adjusting hunting like crazy, and skinning. So I haven't done it in early access yet, but in PTR, I mean, it used to be that. I don't know if it's still the same. Whenever you hunt a mob, you have a chance on getting a mount that you can tame. So hunting is like the specific ability. Well, hunting is the gathering component to processing animal husbandry. So you need the gathering drop to be the mount to process it in animal husbandry to get the finished product. It's the same thing like in order to get the mule. So you got to buy the base mule to then process it into the actual mule. It sounds very confusing, I know, but it makes sense. Once you do it the first time, you'll be like, oh, okay, I get it. But it's one of those things that until you've done it, if you haven't done it, it's gonna be very confusing. So yeah, it's so confusing, but I'll try it out. Yeah, I know it is, because there's 22 professions. They're all interconnected. They all kind of work together in tandem. So it is kind of a lot. So yeah. Well, guys, I think what I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to cut this one a little bit short because I really want to eat, and then I'm going to hang out with my wife for a little bit. I tried to stream a little bit earlier, but it just didn't work out that way with just my schedule, my wife coming home late, you know, so it kind of is what it is. But I just, again, want to thank everybody for coming out, showing up, like I said, and supporting and, you know, hanging out with me, all the new follows, the new people that have been coming back every day to hang out with me. It's been really awesome, dude. Seriously. Like, I've been really loving the trying to stream every day, and I think it's been pretty good, right? It's been pretty good. But yeah, thank y'all so much for hanging out, and I will see you guys on the next one. Let me see if I can raid you over to someone that is, you know, streaming, maybe some friends of mine, some people I know. Recognize. Oh, Swifty. He's actually a rogue. Or Swifty is a WoW player. I didn't even know he was in the category. It's crazy. God, there's so many people freaking streaming Ashes. It's kind of nuts. I don't know. I wanted to kind of take you somewhere of like, so that way you're around someone knowledgeable and not someone that is just as clueless as you. You know what I mean? Like if you're a brand new player. So I wanted to kind of take you somewhere that you can still be educated on the game and shit. I can't even think. I was gonna stream Ashes, but then I just started hitting trees. Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. I'll just leave you with Swifty. He's a good dude. I liked watching him with his WoW content. Where is he? Why does it like reload? There we go. Wait, what? I can't. Oh, because of the ad break? Are you serious? That's so stupid. Okay. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a good day.